Alright. Clairen and Zetter again. Tricky matchup. I would say it's probably even, but it's definitely tricky for Zetterburn. You have to navigate Clairen's hitboxes and be careful not to get edge guarded at like any percent. There's factors here that can come up and quickly ruin your day as Zetter. And Merchant Port, probably one of the more, I think Merchant and Jules are like the most even starters for the SEMU, so not too surprised to see Merchant. I guess it's like, these are the two starters that I'll usually try to force game 1-2 when I play this matchup. I guess it's a more accurate way to look at it. I've certainly played my fair share of Clairen Zetter in this game and in the first as well. Oh boy. Alright. Getting Zetter. That's so weird.
Falco.
Yeah. I didn't really think Zetter would already be getting some of the top talent on the stage, but apparently he does. Oh, dash shot going right in there. I always feel so, like, stupid going for Clairen dash attack in this game. It is genuinely still, like, a decent move.
It's a fine move, but every time you whiff it or hit it into shield, it's like... And tonight's because up throw already sends it to tumble on plot.
Yeah, apparently. I actually,
okay.
I actually think it's probably a DI thing. I think that if you DI in, you get something on plot, and if you DI out, you don't. Interesting.
Yeah, because I saw the other up throw.
Well, things are very back and forth right now. Small lead for John Neutral, but again, small. This is definitely something that Dosbox can make up in one combo, and there you go, the up strong into the fair.
Oh, nice drop, catch on the shield drop.
Oh, back here, gonna tip her.
Even game here.
Oh, tech. No tech. That's actually kind of swinging things back into his favor fully. That's gonna be a, you know, a very killable setter, sure, but I feel like in general, like, in this matchup, Clairen's way more liable to explode than Zetterburn is. Unless you get thrown off stage. No, we're good. Yeah. Not quite gonna kill. This is where I think things are gonna start feeling a little bit scary for John Neutral, because that's gonna be a lot of percent I have to make up on this last stock. Clairen is kind of more threatening at low percent in this game than she was in Rivals 1, I'd argue. Mostly just because of up throw. She didn't have up throw in Rivals 1.
Yeah, they should just give her an up throw. Enable the rune.
Oh, okay.
Clairen with runes is evil.
Runes really was one of the funniest, like, side modes I've ever seen.
I'm so excited to see if they get, like, even more evil side modes for this game, because Runes is beautiful. I love the portion of time where Malo could just press side B and you literally could not play the game. Unless you parried every time.
Dosbox was sent back off stage, and here you go, oh no, goes for up
and
throw.
we saw this in the first set too. John Neutral does know how to take an inch and send it all the way. Like if nothing else, like John Neutral has had some very good tech chase punishes with Clairen, and that's like what you were saying, like the existence of up throw. I mean, we're seeing it here now. Like we're even up. Really, anybody could get an opening and could kill. Not gonna get the sweet spot on a fair.
Yeah.
Not quite getting the tech chase. Swat on him back with Nair, but gonna get called out. Fair, not gonna live.
And that's game 1 going to Dosbox. So
good for Dosbox.
That was
Don't want to
definitely
be down. You're already down to staff.
Definitely a bit of a back and forth game, to be sure. Like, there were a lot of moments where they both felt like they had pretty solid leads. And, I don't feel... What's in these other sets, it has kind of felt like... I don't know, I guess most of them have been, like, Game 5s and very back-and-forth Game 5s at that, so...
Yeah. No, I think, it's been good top 8, I think.
Yeah. Even their first set was Game 5.
Yeah.
You know, I know that, like, Dosbox was kind of dreading having to do this run back. And dreading having to play this matchup more, but by all accounts, that was a winnable set. And this one's looking quite winnable as well. We're gonna finally start getting this up throws out from John Neutral, and that's how Clairen gets it started.
Been like he needs ledge drop, double jump nairs, cover up B.
Oh wow, okay, that's just gonna be swinging, and it's gonna work. 66% is not even that much to have to worry about. Like, it's gonna be hard for John to get this kill on this particular second. Maybe if you like... Nope.
I think probably you get like two or three more openings from John before this stock goes, and
either
if you're
that,
Zetterburn, you like those odds.
I feel like John doesn't use a lot of, like, dare near ledge. That's definitely one of his more notable weak points as a player in my eyes. DOS, I guess in this matchup it's hard.
Does Dare still shun straight down this game? I feel like it doesn't for some reason.
No, oh, in Rivals 1 it didn't send straight down either.
Oh.
But yeah, no, it doesn't. It does not send straight down, so... Very threatening move. Even near the wall, it can be hard to tech that move. And...
Yeah, no. I guess it would matter a little less in Rivals 1 because instant teching is easier.
It's a fair. Dosbox has a lot of quite a lot of room to mess up here. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, no. And we've seen this. We've definitely. I mean, we've seen people come back against Zetterburn this far ahead in this tournament. Like, it's not impossible. Though, might need an SD if you can mind control. You turn on your mind control again. It might help you. In fact, I think we saw that happen on this stage.
I believe. No, I think that was on Forest, I believe. Oh, could have been a ledge hog, but unfortunately, was not.
Oh, not strong. No. Come on, you gotta kill.
Oh, and yeah, see, the F-tilt is not a bad option there, but okay.
Nice. Back throw Dacus.
Yeah.
DOS has been hitting these wall techs pretty well, I will say.
Honestly,
like
yeah.
The instant wall techs.
Credit where credit is due. That is not...
Like F-tilts and such.
It's fairly hard in this game, and still making it work. Getting some fairs out here. But some is not going to cut it. This is 2-0 right now, and I gotta say, it does not feel like... It feels like a pretty lopsided 2-0. Compared to...
I'm gonna have to agree.
Compared to at least the sets in this tournament, where, like...
Yeah.
It feels like most of them
that is the thing, like...
really back and forth and down to the wire.
There is the advantage of, like, when you're coming back from leader's side, you're probably gonna be warmer than your... opponent is. But John Neutral will, at the very least, if he loses this, have the next tech to go to, so... Interesting stage pick. I would not have gone here, but interesting stage pick.
See, it does feel like this is better for DOS, but not for nothing. I mean, John was playing well here in the first set. I guess I don't hate it.
No, I don't hate it. I'm just interested.
I did not increment the score. I gotta do that again. I keep, like, getting my wires crossed because I'm also, like, doing the score on Start GG. I'm trying to keep that up to date with the game. And, like, my left monitor is solely just for Rivals. I think I have all my other stuff on my other monitor right now. So...
Yeah, managing all this stuff together, I've definitely had some streams for uploading overlays, so it's been a bit messy.
Okay, the back throw. Another one. This could be it. Yeah, that's just gonna kill outright. Oh, no grab. Yeah, John's looking for these grabs, and that would definitely, I think, be the easiest way for him to get a lead here. But
Yeah.
it's
But getting
scary.
punished for it. So.
Well, the stage working against him, the platform coming in clutch for Dosbox. But they're not gonna connect. Okay. Okay. Really like getting here, but it's all just kind of sour hits. Yeah. Sometimes you just get stuck in a
Not for
situation.
nothing, you're ahead. Oh. There's some charm.
You're ahead by a tiny bit, but yeah, one F-Strong is going to completely turn things around. Now Dosbox once again in the lead. This is a much more fragile lead than we've seen from him the rest of the stat, but it's a lead.
Oh.
I mean,
Got neutrals, getting warm, figuring things out.
I don't know if John's just like buffering the jump because he's not sure if he's gonna ledge grab and get the ledge hog or what, but there's been so many times this set where I feel like he's had the ledge hog and then just completely gets off of ledge too fast. It's really tragic. Oh, what? Okay.
Okay. Winnable?
Definitely one of the more interesting tippers, to bring this back to at least an even stocks. Maybe not. Oh no. Oh no.
Well, we got a reset.
That we do. And a very quick first set at that. Dosbox coming out swinging despite any fears he might have had at the start of the set.
Mind control reset. Well, this is for all the
Transfer set.
marbles.
Here we go. Grand final reset. Sorry, I had to wait for Start GG to like create the reset. It wasn't for a second. And Grand Finals reset coming in hot. Gotta say, it's tough, because it's like, I fully believe that, you know, John Neutral could kind of bring this back to where we were at before, where it's like, very back and forth and very winnable for John. But DOS is coming in with momentum out of that Losers Finals and out of Grand Set 1. I'm kind of scared, honestly. I mentioned this earlier in like the Discord. I feel like compared to Rivals 1 amateur brackets, I see so many more Game 5s in this series and so
There's
many
just
more Grands resets.
Yeah, no, like, people keep it even here. And, like, that's good to see. And I think part of it might be, like, the brackets are bigger than they were in RAS.
That's a tiny
Unless
bit.
you count, like... Actually, no, most RAS brackets are, like, 20 to 30 people. And how big this bracket?
Like 25-ish, 26.
Okay, you know what? That is actually...
No, I think it was 27,
Well,
but yeah, similar. Like, this is,
That's actually
you
about how
know...
big RAS is.
Yeah. Like, I
There's also
definitely
a lot
think...
of people who are... I don't know. The skill disparities in Rivals 2, like, having such a larger game, it's interesting.
There's definitely some massive skill disparities, and in spite of that, the top 8s always feel, like, mostly very even, which is very interesting to me, at least with the last few, now that we've kind of, like, settled into a more consistent player base.
Yeah,
It's something
for
I find
sure.
super interesting, and I don't really know why that happens, but it is a good thing. And also a good thing is finally finding that tipper up air, John Neutral taking the first stock. Okay, lots of fairs coming out here.
Draw neutral, kind of starting to get it all together. Definitely seeing the seed.
Oh my god, that's gonna
And I'm
hit!
gonna close it out.
Okay, hold on.
Nice.
I didn't actually
Nicely
realize
done.
Dosbox was on last stock here. I kind of zoned out a little bit there
Yeah.
for a second, but this is...
Yeah, I zoned back in, and Dosbox was comboing the hell out of Clairen.
It's that TO fatigue setting in for me, but for these players, they really ought to make sure they stay woken up here. No, just barely too early on that. That's
Barely
so
missed the
tragic.
timing.
Okay.
What even was that? Up strong?
I guess it was. I thought it was up tilt.
I'm surprised that would kill.
Up strong makes more sense though.
My way.
All right. Yeah,
And the
finally.
commentators look at the screen challenge.
I know, right?
Impossible.
Impossible.
For all you know, I've actually been blindfolded this entire time, and I've just been guessing based off of the characters. DI in on bear, that makes more sense.
Oh yeah, okay.
Like, I still wouldn't expect it to kill, because I'm still not used to bear killing in this game.
Yeah, it kills
The-
earlier than it does in Rivals 1 for sure. So yeah, finally, you know, after 3-0 in the first set, John does take a game, which is a very significant shift in the pace. I have a lot more faith. Now that just seeing the one game from John, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
this is definitely winnable for
That
him
was a
still.
solid game. Like, John's walking in.
Yeah. I think also, like,
He's
something
remembering how to neutral.
Something I meant to say, I think, when I was going on that spiel about like how much more even I feel like the sets are in R2AS is I feel like I've seen way more times where people win this bracket from losers. And that first set definitely felt like it was like kind of showing, yeah, Das is absolutely in it to win it right now and is not a player we can count out. But John waking up after that successful game just needed that one little boost in confidence. And
No, it's actually really cool to see how even this is, because I definitely think, like, when I won R2AS, it wasn't... I kind of just, like, won all my sets, and it was not particularly close.
that was a lot more common in Rivals 1. Like, I know the sample size here is completely warped. You know, literal,
Yeah.
like probably... God, what would the amount even be? Like, I'm gonna say like 600 or 700 amateur brackets for Rivals 1 if you even just counting like the RASes and Rivals R2AS. And this is like the
Yeah.
9th for this game. So obviously a very lopsided sample size, but
Yeah, I'm curious to see. I don't know how it was for, like, the early amateur brackets for Rivals 1. Because I imagine it was probably a different spirit. I imagine we'll see later on the...
things will shift
I guess people-
eventually.
Yeah. But it's cool to see.
Oh boy.
Good tech.
Yeah, good tech for sure. And
Up air's not gonna sweet spot. Nice invincibility refresh and forward strong. Good job baiting that out.
yeah, so a lot of back airs here, trying to get these little.
I think a lot of extra credit here.
That's the thing. Like you can absolutely settle for these kind of like low damage
Weak moves,
chip
and, like,
moves as
you're at
long
70.
as-
Like you've gone Zetterburn to 75. Like that's good for you.
Yeah, as long as it keeps the line out, I think you're pretty happy right now. Meanwhile, Dosbox. Okay, finds the dare, but doesn't get a grab off of it. Misses the grab. Insane. Going on so
Ground
deep.
Neutral is on fire now. Lost the first set, was like, okay, I just needed to wake up a little bit and
Yeah.
keep
And I
it going.
definitely, especially, I feel like, honestly, I think a lot of it is that it feels like Das hasn't been finding, like, significant punishes himself.
No, not at all. And like John has been really starting to get this punish going. Like there was
Yeah.
for Dosbox, there was the that one punish like to take the second stock. That was actually pretty solid, I would say.
Yeah.
But
It's like, I
We
don't
wanna be
know
saving
if John's
more of that
punishes are
for
necessarily
future.
significantly better. It's just that it feels like he's really become John neutral, and he's not letting himself get put into these bad situations.
is that a reverse dare? or just a like weird fucking DI. Like ASDI to the
Well,
left
because
and then DI.
I'd have to look at it again, but Dare
I
does
really
send
thought
like
I
out.
really thought there was gonna be a bounce there or a tech chase situation, and Falco just like DI'd off the stage.
I mean, because Dare sends like down and away from her. Like it's not just straight down. So if you
Dare
DI
to
out
DI
on,
hard left, yeah.
if you like DI out on Dare, you're gonna be going like way off to the side. So again, very. It does not look like it should do that, but even in Rivals 1, it did actually work that way. It was just that normally you'd be going for like front hit dares in Rivals 1. In this game, you usually go for back hit dares. And like Dare also did, I don't think would have had like, yeah, no, it didn't have reverse hits on the sweet spot in Rivals 1, only on the sour hit. Anyway, Jules Fowl. So, we could potentially be looking at a 3-0 into a 3-0 for the other player here. And Jules Fowl, well, again, I think the stage is pretty even for both characters. I will say that as the Clairen, this is my go-to starter in this matchup. I would definitely, I feel like this is just marginally better for Clairen. So, I'm interested. I think this is a reasonable pick, but definitely one that might almost be too safe.
Dosbox was like very dominating in set 1, and now it's just John Neutral's very dominating in set 2, and it's like...
Yeah, and it's stuff like that where I think John's being a little more patient and a little smarter about just keeping Dosbox out and not letting him play the game. Such a good ledge hog there. And, we're seeing, again, the same situation where it's like, yeah, Dosbox, you know, gets some damage on the first stock, but then John Neutral gets the first kill and just builds out that extra credit. Keeps poking you out over and over again. Oh, wait, hold on. No, that doesn't kill. That does, though. Okay. So, this is a much better look than the other games, I would say. 54%'s, like, not insignificant, but it's not crazy either. Okay.
We're strong.
Strong.
Not gonna close it up, but you might just get the edge guard.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't even think the ledge hog mattered.
For Dosbox. John Neutral takes this. You'll be banned from Rivals 2-RAS.
Yeah.
We see him around here. It's on site.
Ooh, the down tilts? Okay. Doing some damage, nothing too crazy. If Dosbox can find this kill like here off of, you know, this engage.
Yeah, if Dosbox gets this kill here, I think it's winnable, but you can't let John Neutral get this opening here. Side B to cover it? Nope. He's gonna bear grab. Forward strong and kill. God damn.
That's crazy. Even I didn't think that was gonna tip her, and that
was wild.
Yeah.
Well, good job. That's Rivals 2-RAS number 9. Up next is Rivals 2-RAS number 10.
Definitely.
I don't have anything to announce. I don't know if there's anything special happening for it. Probably not. Probably.
No.
I shouldn't even say these words because you might get the wrong impression.